Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. We should have a good one on tap here today. It's the Aviators coming in at 3-1, going up against the Cowboys, who come in at 3-1.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Columbus Aviators. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Potter. That throw good for 4. It's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And play it. Stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Jenkins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot. getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Back to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot! Leopard!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first look is incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Shift together here from the D-line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Now back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Ward. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. It'll be a gain of 11. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's just running the ball 101 because too much east-west, not enough north-south. Got to get upfield, don't you?
They just kept stringing him out. Before he knew it, he had hit the sideline. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. Back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. To throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Daniels with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Alongside the former defensive back, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Columbus football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll look to throw. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Rodriguez. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Now a handoff here to his running back. A very tough run, but for a pretty short gain out near the 32. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Kentrell Bryce picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burgess. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They look to throw, and this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now this offense ready to head back out there, and for them a touchdown their last go around. Obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And some room to roam now. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Now they send a running back in motion right. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Devontae Freeman with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The ball comes out, and it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
And, Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second down now after the incompletion. He'll look to throw. Keeps himself upright. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Raekwon McMillan from his outside linebacker spot. He comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be third and a mile. They'll set up to throw. Escapes the sack. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Whitney Merciless in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
As if he didn't have enough to think about on that route, the comeback route, coming back to the football and catching it, decided to make sure he toe-tapped and kept himself in bounds.
And that was spectacular, but on the comeback route, maybe a little easier to deal with the sideline since you've got better vision of it?
I think that's a great point because you should know exactly where you're going and know how much space you have and make sure you get your feet down. But, yeah, coming back to the football, I like it. Good vision.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forgive for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
Throw left side complete. That's Rodriguez. Touchdown!
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
He's got a man complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
We can talk about bend but don't break all we want, but the defense now, we're going to find out just how flexible and pliable they really are. Can they bounce back after that type of a run, that type of momentum against them, and find a way to slow down this offense?
Looking to throw, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Now back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And as a result, possession switches hands. And here now the offense heading back out there. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Back to throw now on first down. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vontaze Burfict. From his outside linebacker spot, he comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rodriguez. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity missed there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll look to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 8 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Back now in Columbus. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Touchdown! And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete right side to Benjamin. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jenkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw. Staying on his feet. And now running right through him. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
No, check. Patriot! Over! Detroit! Check back. Watch him now, Barney! Check three!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Blair Brown in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that, because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsauer? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep him here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rodriguez. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. He'll look to throw. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll look to run with Freeman. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. He spins free. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Checking in on Houston. It's in the 4th quarter there. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Set! Blue, 90! Blue! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
He'll drop to throw. He fights him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Green. Leopard. Leopard. Single. Leopard. Leopard. Gun. Here we go now. Green, 39. Watch it now, Barney. Black 99, Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue.
They'll set up to throw. And bulldozing is good. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Cowboys have recovered. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
A gain of 6 there on first.
In today's football, the receivers break tackles, make people miss.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Blair Brown able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Over. All right, now, look at 56. Look at Detroit.
Back to throw here. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go now. Leopard.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 18 yards on the pickup there. And the Cowboys are going to get a 1st down. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jenkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Gone. Detroit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the defense. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rodriguez. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Watch right.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guy.